Hi, this is Randy. I don't really know what this video is about. I saw a Facebook, you know how those people's Facebook will come across your feed and it'll say, do you know this person? And it was a man that I dated in 2014, just a little bit, just a few times, and I told him that I just wanted to be friends, that I wasn't romantically interested, but he was a really nice guy, so he continued to be friends with me, and we saw each other several times after I told him that I just wanted to be friends, which was, pretty cool. And he was my age, maybe 2 years younger. And he has 2 kids in college. So I just saw him come across my Facebook feed, and I clicked on his Facebook because I hadn't talked to him probably in about a year. And he's married, so he got married, and this obviously is his second marriage. And the girl looks pretty young. And then I clicked on her Facebook, and I actually saw how really young she is. By, you can tell kind of by what's posted, by what pictures are there. And so the girl he married is probably in her late 20s or very early 30s, and it happened to be an employee of his. He works at a retail furniture store, and he ended up probably hiring this girl, and he ended up marrying her. So I feel happy for him and everything. I think it's great. I'm glad that he found somebody. But I was thinking more about this young lady, and she's gonna want kids. It's her first marriage. It's very obviously her first marriage. She's gonna want kids, and that's the hidden sacrifice, I guess, that this guy is going to make, and that many older men who get together kind of for their second go around with a younger woman who's still in childbearing years, that's what's going to happen, because these are women that I could see that she's at that age where she's going to get worried that she's not going to meet anybody, and she's kind of running through several different men till she finds one that is willing to put a ring on it, and she doesn't have an education, and she's interested in staying home, taking care of dogs, and I can tell babies, which there's nothing wrong with that from her perspective, but from his perspective, I think guys like this are very short-sighted, because they may have in the back of their mind that, yeah, they're okay with having another child or more children. But, they've already gone through that once. And I don't quite understand why men are willing to go through all the baby things again with a whole new set of kids when they're like 50 years old. I know why a woman wouldn't want to do it, even if she could biologically, because most of the work is on her to raise those kids, and it's exhausting. If you've already done it once, you really wouldn't want to do it again. In fact, you're just willing to wait for having grandkids and get your baby on by that that time. But a young woman doesn't know how hard it is, having and raising kids, and of course she's got that biological need, so um, she's ready to do it, and she doesn't think there's anything, there isn't anything wrong with her marrying and settling down and having kids with a guy who's already got, another set of kids who are old enough to have kids themselves. But from the guy's perspective, these guys are always complaining that here they got this, they got married and they had kids, and then, their wife wants to leave them and she wants to take half of their stuff, and then they've still got all this child support, and then they got to put their kids through college, and they can't see their kids, and all the things that happen to a man when they get a divorce, especially when they're still minor children. And so, but while they complain about that, they're still totally willing and almost completely blindly walking into a relationship with a woman after they've already done this once. They completely will walk into another relationship with a woman who's obviously wanting kids, and even though they suffered once, or were married and have all these complaints that these men who were married supposedly have, like especially in MGTOW, they have all these complaints that, oh, not enough sex, or, women are horrible, and look at what they did to me, and they just want your money, and all they care about is kids. They don't care about us as men, as husbands. They are quick to get a divorce if they don't get everything they want. And then the same men will turn around and they'll, get with somebody who's wanting kids, and they forget about all that. They think, okay, this is great. We're going to be together forever. Yeah, sure, I'll have more kids. And they're possibly repeating the same pattern. I mean, they are repeating the same pattern. The same thing is going to happen, except it might even happen quicker, where the divorce occurs, because the two people are not the same age, and they obviously don't have a whole lot in common from the get-go when these men get together with women that are 20 years younger than them, and wanting to have kids and start a family. It's just it's interesting to me, and like I said, I'm really happy for the guy that I was dating for a little bit, that he found somebody and he looks like he's really in love. I just it looked like she was going out with a different guy just like 4 or 5 months before she got married to the man that I know. And it's like, oh my gosh, I just hope he's not gonna get screwed over just by a young woman who was desperate to find a husband so she can start having kids. I just hope that wasn't the case, and that they do stay together, and that nobody wanders off, and that the new kids that they end up having, that all works out, and that they stay together, and that there's just not another nightmare hiding behind that experience for that guy who just, I'm not sure if they think about this. Well, that's all I have to say for today. Thanks for listening.